Hello and welcome to Angel Hustle, where I talk about whether you're an angel or not, angel training, and everyday struggles from a higher perspective. Today I want to talk about pride and what pride has to do with every day. With pride, we know that it is one of the 7 deadliest sins, if not the deadliest of them all, because they rationalize every other sin that comes to the forefront. It's like a door opener. So what I wanted to say is you got to watch out for pride. God hates pride. He makes sure that people who have pride learn from it, if he can. But if they don't learn from what he's teaching them most of the time, he pretty much takes his hand off completely. With pride, there's a lot of things that you may want to rationalize away. Well, not necessarily you, but people. People like to rationalize why they're sinning, or no, I'm not doing this. I'm a devout Christian, or I'm a devout whatever your religious background is, if you are religious. We'll just stick to Christianity though, because that's what mostly my channel talks about. I'm a devout Christian. There's no way I could be, sinning against the Lord. But in actuality, you are, because sinning against the Lord is like very, very subtle. It comes in subtle ways. So you have to be very, very vigilant with what you do. Let's see. With humility, you're basically humbling yourself to make sure that you give the glory to God, and not for your own egotistical value. And you make sure that whatever you do is basically through the Lord. I don't think a lot of people talk about this that much, because they're more so trying to talk about like stuff that's self-explanatory. I know this is self-explanatory, but I think we need refreshers from time to time about what we need to do as a people, and what we need to do as humanity as a whole. Because if we don't get these refreshers about what we need to do, then it can cause very, very bad things. Like, for instance, pride is all for self. You have seen, I'm going to make an example of this coronavirus thing. The coronavirus, as soon as the outbreak came out, people were buying a whole bunch of hand soaps, sanitizers, toilet paper, paper towels, all the cleaning agents, and not leaving none for other people. And it's like, okay, it's great that you guys have toilet paper and hand soaps and sanitizers and all the cleaning agents, but you left none for other people. So you're going to constantly spread it, because you didn't have the decency to save some for others, so others can get it and reduce the spread of this coronavirus. So that right there, is an example of pride, all for self. And it'd be like that on Black Fridays too, where they go shopping and then get all of the TVs and computers and everything that's on sale, instead of just buying one thing and keeping it moving. They don't do that. So you have that. But anyway, so pride is very bad. So why is pride considered the most deadliest of them all? Because you're glorifying yourself and not the Lord for what you do, and you don't think he's done anything. First, is like I said, it starts subtly. You first, for instance, work. You're like, okay, I get up, I go to work, I make the money, and I pay these bills. That's for anybody. But, of course, we know that you got up, you took the initiative to go to work, and you took the initiative to make the money and come back and pay the bills. But you have to glorify God still, because if it wasn't for God, you wouldn't have the job in the first place. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, just that's what I wanted to talk about most of the time. I know this is mostly self-explanatory topics I'm talking about, but I feel like they need a refresher because people just do not use the Bible teachings to their they don't apply it to their everyday life, and that's why things are going uphill right now most of the time. And these teachings have been carried on throughout other religions too, and it applies around the world, whatever, regardless of your religious background. If you are religious, just make sure that you take the chance to read up on it every day, because if you don't apply it to your everyday life, you're gonna lose it. You know, that's like the saying. If you don't use it, you lose it. So just be careful, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.